Never be the victim. Make yourself dangerous. Always show people a smile because it's not their fault you're in the predicament you're in. Double clap. Hey team, how we going? It is Kaz from In the Trenches with Kaz, and I feel like I'm in the trenches, not just because I've got a 3-foot upside down smile, only switched to negative / evil little beast that is going to come over and inspect my house tomorrow, probably beyond the levels that a man can clean at. But something happened today, something profound. We're in the trenches. Join me, subscribe. Let me be the voice if you feel like you don't have a soapbox. If you feel like every time you scream into the night there's no answer. Feeling invisible regardless of what you wear. Feeling like your credibility is down level 1. Where everything you say seems to be pushing people away. Well, crack a beer, have a tea, or a coffee, or a Coke. Not a Pepsi. That's for the traitorous. And what I want to do is lift a glass for a man I met today. I don't know his name. Summer brighten the day for him. He was beyond blue. Team, today, while cleaning my house for tomorrow's inspection, I don't know what's happening in your life at the moment, but sometimes the trenches has to be about all subjects that we can find ourselves in a position where we just need someone to say, dude, the trough is going to pass and there's going to be a peak. But you got to do something about it or tread water until time cures some of the problems. But it's normally action. Dislocate yourself from a situation and give yourself a fighting chance. Buy a new shirt if you can. Look for an area where you can gain employment, maybe on the other side of the country, maybe in another country. What you need to do is to rebrand yourself, but some people don't know how because they didn't have a winning team and Al Pacino in their corner to fight for the extra yard. I was lucky. I was brought up with great parents. I had some really hard times growing up. I know what bullying's about. I know what it felt like to be the weight of an Asian schoolgirl when you're old enough to drink in pubs. Maybe thirsty just thinking about it. And maybe that's you right now. Maybe you've got a list of excuses, but you don't fall back on them. And therefore the invisible wounds, the beyond blue, is something that visits you often. We hear people saying, why is there an epidemic of self-harm? Is it because there's an epidemic and a absolute foghorn of misinformation, real information as well, and someone letting you know that you should be feeling bad, that there is no way to get back out? At the same time, you've got people saying, we care, while you see them texting as they talk to you. Well, I saw a guy today. I don't know his name. He was taller than me. He was bigger than me. You know, he was walking a dog that was small. He wasn't trying to project something he was not. And we locked eyes with each other. And this is in Western Sydney, something you don't tend to do unless you're making sure prey or potentially predator is coming down the street the other way. And you should be aware of your surroundings at all times. Overstimulated, like Kaz, maybe not. Streetwise, smart, survivor, or paranoid. How loud must the voice be in your head before it's not just a thought anymore? It's something that is counterproductive, something that prevents you from being seen as normal. Well, let's go back to this fella. I still don't know his name, but I'll raise a glass to this guy. I've never seen him before. He came past. I said, nice dog. He said, no worries, mate. And I could see in his eyes there was a sorrow. He would have been 15 years younger than me, at least. I'm 50, but he looked older. His face looked weathered. You know? And I always give everyone 100%, unless their actions tell me otherwise. And I'm a pretty good judge of character because I've got it wrong many times in the past. And I've honed in exactly what I need to get through the day without bringing folly through misreading someone. So when someone says, I don't like the way you think about that, I think, well, you know what? That tastes like chicken. Have a go. So I give the downtrodden just as much a chance as I give the toffee licking, olive pretending to like eating lawyer lookalike 100 points until they prove otherwise. Not that they, should be trying to get my respect, but we should feel like we have the respect of everyone until proven otherwise. But this fella looked like he was absolutely busting just to have a conversation with someone that doesn't know his backstory. Backstreet Boys, come on. And so I opened up to him straight away. And I let him know, I'm Kaz, mate. And I shook his hand. And this was beside the school while I was waiting to pick up my daughter after getting the bill for the braces that she's going to have to wear in the future. Can't let it ruin my day. It's not his fault. He's not the orthodontist. Isn't that right, Deadpool? Anyway, I started speaking with him, and he just started breaking down. He couldn't believe that he was getting respect off a stranger that he couldn't get off his own family and friends. This guy had been beaten down psychologically over the years to the point he probably doesn't even realise. He was a big bloke. He had some scars on him. He probably goes rough, goes hard all the time in survival mode in Western Sydney, where it doesn't matter what he does, it's never going to be a goddamn enough. And some of you know exactly what I'm talking about. It was sad. I felt this guy needed something. We started talking about him to him, and he just started telling me about the doctors don't listen to me properly. I try to tell them about my invisible wounds. And I went, sometimes you don't know who's in front of you, young mate, because I know exactly what you're talking about, but I'm not going to make it about me today. It's about you. And I hope while you're watching this now, you're going to put in comments below what it feels like to be invisible in a crowd until you're needed. This guy was a taker. No, he was a giver. I'm a giver. Givers will keep on giving and takers will keep on taking. And we still expect each other to change, or a taker looks at a giver and goes, I'll take it if you're offering. And the giver goes, how come I don't say thank you? Are you a giver or a taker? Let me know in comments. If you're a giver, give me a goddamn like button if you can, because I'm the only one that's speaking to a camera right now. Well, they should be vacuuming instead. But I know nothing's going to be good enough tomorrow anyway. For the inspection lady, that is. So I'm going to make this quick, candid video in case there's a person that watches this and says, Kaz, I'm that guy. So that guy, we spoke for about 10 minutes. He let me know about his family. He let me know that there is nothing positive in his life. I reminded him that everything can feel like you're in the trough, but there's always a peak. But you've got to do something about it. And I said, I felt like the conversation we're having right now should show you that those that don't know your past, don't judge you on your past, walk into the conversation and give you 100 points, put Humpty Dumpty back together prior to him falling off the wall, metaphorically, that you're in a safe space right here, big fella. And he absolutely crumbled in front of me. He looked like he had a quivering lip. He looked like he didn't want to leave, and he never asked for a thing. He accepted my handshake. He told me about his life. His shoulders looked like they'd risen 15 centimetres, and his back felt more pulled back as he walked away with his dog, who he claims is the one thing he trusts. And I thought to myself, the decisions we make when we're younger, decide on the doors that open or close in front of us, retrospective or in advance. The way we look can put people off. Sometimes you won't have a chance. But you know what? I gave him 100 points. So that means someone else is going to give him 100 points. And if he sticks with the people that are good for him, not bad for him, not with the status quo, not with what is his normal, everyday group of people that clearly are not good for him. Where'd my mouse go? Here it is. Sorry, lighting. And I just thought to myself, that could be me. That could quite easily be me. And what else? I know there's guys like this right now in our channel, in our support crew from all over the world who hang off these streams because they can see a little bit of themselves. And I can see you too. And I'm here to let you know you're not alone. You can be the sniper and I'll be your number two, or I'll be the sniper and you can be mine. But everyone needs a battle buddy. If you don't need anyone, well, good on you. But I need people, and I've got you. So comment below. And I don't know what this guy's name is. You can make a name up for him if you want. And if it's you, bam, I raise a glass, I raise a wrist, beyond blue, and you do matter. And you can always draw a line in the sand and decide tomorrow's going to be different. But it's going to take action. Never be the victim. Make yourself dangerous. Always show people a smile because it's not their fault you're in the predicament you're in. And if it is, get away. Turn your back on them. Make a bearing and follow it. It's a miracle you even live in today's day and age. The perfect time to be alive in the biological evolution of humanity. So don't throw it away. And if you're going to, at least wait for my next 1,000 videos to come out while you decide on what your course of action is going to be. And I'm going to get out of here now. And to that fella, I hope tonight when he goes to bed, he feels safe. I hope that he remembers our conversation, and I hope I see him again. Because he never asked for a single thing. His friends don't realise how lucky they are to have him in their life, because I can tell you, I knew he was a protective kind of guy, but he had no credibility, and he had no self-worth. And the only thing he had to trust was a dog that was on the short side. Almost looked like a cat. Take it easy. Let us know. And tomorrow, your mission is to buy someone a coffee, to pick someone up, to drop a pebble, to make someone feel better. That's your mission. Do it. Do something about it. And tell you what, feels great. Do it every day. Don't buy coffee every day. You'll be broke. Buy one for yourself. Caffeine, it's king. See you later. And to that fella, good night, mate. And I hope we'll see it again. Bye-bye. Duty first.